Good afternoon, everyone. Amanda Hara here in the WVLT newsroom. Today now marks 2 weeks since Summer Wells went missing in Hawkins County. An Amber Alert remains in effect for the 5-year-old girl as crews continue searching in remote areas of Hawkins County, although they have scaled back that search considerably. Probably one of the biggest pieces to this story that we're following today is Summer Wells' mother speaking to the media for the very first time, to our CBS affiliate WJHL. We want to play some of the comments from Candace Bly for you now.
Me and my mother and her were planting flowers, and we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers, and I said okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight.
Well, the TBI stressing this afternoon within the last few minutes here that they are looking for tips, but they want those tips to be credible. So not rumor, not speculation on social media, but credible tips. Have you seen Summer? Do you know where she is? Those are the tips they're looking for. So far, they've had about 650 tips, none of them leading to the little girl. They say non-credible tips bog down their search efforts and slow down their efforts to find the little girl. We are learning more from Candace Bly, Summer Wells' mother, of course, about the day that she disappeared 2 weeks ago now. Mom basically saying we were all together in the yard. Summer wanted to go inside. Her brothers were watching her. They say she went downstairs to play in her playroom. A couple minutes later, Candace says, I called for her. She didn't answer. I thought that was strange. Went to look for her, and she was simply gone. Candace says she believes someone lured the child off the family property and abducted the child. This is the same storyline that we're hearing from Summer Wells' father. We're also learning a little bit more about why Summer had that haircut, her hair noticeably shorter in one of the more recent photos. This photo noticeably shorter here than it was in some of the other pictures. Candace said that she wanted her hair cut. That's the haircut she wanted, and maybe got a little bit shorter than anticipated. So Mom says to make her feel more comfortable, I cut my hair that short as well. Brothers cut their hair that short as well. And so they were all just doing it to kind of make her feel a little bit more comfortable with the situation. I think it is important to point out, and it is interesting that when Candace speaks about her daughter, she speaks about her in the past tense. Both Mom and Dad believe that this little girl was abducted, lured away by a stranger. When they mention the maroon pickup truck that authorities are looking for, they say, we don't know that truck. We don't know who owns that truck. They've never seen it before, but they say, look, this person is not being considered a suspect in the case. They may know something. Please come forward. If you drive this particular truck, it's a 2000-ish Toyota Tacoma that the TBI is looking for to speak to the driver. They believe that person may have been in the area at the time of the disappearance and may have seen something or heard something that could be helpful or useful. Again, I'm going to let you listen to Candace Bly, the mother of Summer Wells, speaking for the very first time to the news media about her daughter's disappearance.
Me and my mother and her were planting flowers, and we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers, and I said okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back, And I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight.
All right, this is aerial footage from our news partners in Nashville flying in their helicopter over the search area. You can see a line of search crews combing through a field. This was last week. Since then, a fund has been created, a reward fund. You can donate to any Civis Bank branch and ask for that money to be placed in the Churchill Rescue Squad Summer Wells Reward account. TBI not confirming how much money is in that account. But we do know that that money, if Summer Wells is not located after 6 months, the money will go to the Child Advocacy Center. We are following more efforts locally for the search for Summer, including bumper stickers that are being made by locals. We're going to share some of that with you tonight on WVLT News at 6. That's it for now. We'll keep you updated on the search for Summer Wells through the WVLT News app. We'll send big alerts straight to your phone using that tool.